Hi everybody, this is Gigi again. This is video number 3 in solving inequalities. Okay, so the process is very simple. Step 1, solve the associated equation. Okay, what it means is you are looking for those critical points of when the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. And then step 2 is to go ahead and put that on a number line and then test the interval. And then step 3 is to write down your solution. Okay, so keep those in mind. Those are the 3 things we are going to do to solve inequalities, no matter what type they are. All right, so for this question, the question is asking, when is the left-hand side less than or equal to the right-hand side, which is 6. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to ask ourselves, when is 2 times square root of x minus 5 minus 2, when is it equal to 6? Meaning, where are my cutoff points? All right, and that just turned into an onion problem, which is what we have been practicing. So we are going to go ahead and add 2 to both sides. So 2 times square root of x minus 5 is equal to 8. And then divided by 2, square root of x minus 5 is equal to 4, right? And then you would say, I'm going to go ahead and square both sides so that x minus 5 will equal to 16. And x will equal to add 5, so that would be 21. So 21 is your critical point, and that is the solution to the equation. And the solution to the equation is basically your cutoff point when the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. So you go on to the x-axis here onto the number line, and you would say, well, 21, that is when the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, and we do want less than or equal to, so this is okay. I will include 21 into my solution set. Okay, then where else would the solution set be? Either going to be on the left of 21 or on the right of 21, or maybe both. Well, let's go and see. Okay, so how do we do that? We would go ahead and pick a value to the left here. So a good number would just be, say, x is equal to, if I was thinking of picking 0, but then 0 isn't going to work, right? Why not? What do we have to do here? We really do have to pay attention to our domain. Okay, so before we go ahead and create our interval, we should go ahead and look at our domain, because the interval does not go all the way there. Because we know here, let's go ahead and take a look. We know that the domain of this left-hand side right here is that square root, the thing inside the square root, which is x minus 5, will have to be greater than or equal to 0 in order for that to yield a real number. So that x has to be greater than or equal to 5. So we do have another cutoff point here, and that cutoff point is 5. Okay, and you could have 5, and that would be okay, because that would have the thing inside the square root being 0, and that's okay. But just looking at the domain is 5 to infinity. So there is nothing here. So really our interval would be consider from 5 to 21 or 21 on. Okay, so let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. Do we want to include 5 even? Okay, so let's say when x is 5, we will have 2 times 0 minus 2. Is it less than 6? And that is yes. Negative 2 is less than 6. So that is okay. So 5 is okay, right? The endpoint is okay. And then pick a number right here if you like. Just say 7. X equals 7. You will have 2 times square root of 7 minus 5 minus 2. Is it less than or equal to 6? Well, this is 2 square root of 2 minus 2, right? Square root of 2 is roughly 1.4. 1.4 times 2 is roughly 2.8 minus 2 is 0.8, and that is less than or less than 6, and that is okay. So anything in this interval is okay, including the endpoint 5 right there. Okay, and now we know 21 is equal to, so 21 is good. Now the next question here is, what about a this interval on this side? So we will go ahead and pick x is equal to, say, we are subtracting 5. So let's say x be 30. Okay, let's x be 30. I will have 2 times square root of 30 minus 5 minus 2. Is it less than or equal to 6? Well, let's see. Okay, so that's what the question mark is. Is it less than or equal to 6? So this right here is going to be square root of 25. Square root of 25 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Is 8 less than or equal to 6? No, that is not the case. So the answer is not here. So your solution is, so we just go ahead and put that on the number line and we check. Along with putting that on the number line, you need to pay attention to the domain of the operation that you have there. Okay, so the solution, the final solution is 5 to 21, including 21, including 5. And that is our last thing that we will do. Summarize the solution. That is when our left-hand side less than or equal to our right-hand side.